What's going on, crew? How's everybody doing today? Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let's see, first time with a live feed here. First time with a live feed from the office here with the new setup. So, am I there? Am I here? We good to go? What's up, Jerry? What's up, Pilar? How are you? How's everybody doing today? Good, hopefully. So, I can see Ann here. That's always a good sign. That's always a good sign. So, here's the deal. Here's what we got going on today. I told you guys last night on the Matt Basalo channel that I was going to go live today. And I wanted to do something different and show you how you can create a pretty cool font with some material that I think is underused a lot, and that's the pattern vinyls. And we have all different types of easy patterns, and I got a couple patterns. I'm going to show you a sample of a shirt that we're going to make here today. And with this shirt, I want to show you how to create the design, how to get the design ready, and then how we're going to press the design and make the design look unique on a shirt, okay? So, just to give you an idea, okay, I'm actually going to, let me actually pop over here real quick, and I want to show you just what we have here real quick. So, the material we're going to be using is our Shimika pattern vinyl, okay? So, this one here is our tiger print. And then we're going to, obviously we have a few different colors. We have our green zebra, our regular zebra, and then our pink zebra as well. So we have a few different ones. And I just want to kind of show you how these work and then what you can do with them to get a pretty unique design. So we're going to press it over here on our 16x20 Hotronix auto clam. And then we're going to create the design, but just kind of show you with this design here how sweet this is going to look. All right? So, one thing you got to be careful with, and I'll show you in the actual artwork side of it and the design side of it when we create the design, is how you're going to have to create a design like this. And I'm going to get the mic over here closer when I come over here for good. Okay? So let's head back over. And let me show you what's going on here. Alright, so you guys should be able to hear me better now. And when I go over there for the production side of it, I'll bring the mic with me as well. So what I want to do is first create the design. So looking at the design, okay, and let me show you the design here. Can somebody tell me what font I used? I'm sure a lot of you know, right? So, let me flip over, show you my screen here. You saw the font for a second there, but I'm going to show you here. And you guys let me know, what font did I use for this one? Many of you have this font. I've already seen some pretty freaking awesome shirts that you guys have made with the font as well. So, you got it, Jim. This is the slashing font. So, especially for a Wildcats design or something like that. Patterns are tough. Yeah, and that's the thing, Jerry. We can make the pattern look good as long as we kind of give that 3-color look. And as I'm creating this one, I'm going to show you guys how different things that kind of can make it look crappy, but can also make it look good. And that's the goal, is to kind of give you guys an idea of how that works. All right? So this is the design that we're going to create here. And of course, all of this is going to be recorded, so you'll be able to go back and watch it later. So don't worry about if I'm going through some stuff and you don't understand what I'm doing with it. You'll be able to pop back on the YouTube channel later, re-watch it, and follow along with me. Okay? So, first thing we need to do is we need to just come over. I'm using CorelDRAW and the TRW Design Wizard here. But I also want to show you how, using like the 3-color live text and stuff, you can create some pretty cool, unique designs within the wizard just with the basic font. And it doesn't have to be the slashing font. It could be any font. And then I'm going to show you how to create another design for example, maybe a kid's shirt or something. So let's go ahead and do this. And as I'm going through this, of course, just ask questions. Ask questions as I'm going through, and I'll try to answer the questions as we're going through it so you understand exactly what I'm doing. All right? So I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to create the exact design we're going to press. So I'm going to go Wildcats. And remember, we used the slashing font. So I got the slashing font right here. And now I could have used a few of my different tails. That's above the 2 right there, the at sign. This is the number sign. This is the percent sign. This is above the 6. This is above the 8, and so on. So I'm going to use the one above the 5, this tail right here. Okay? So when I type out this font right here in this design, and you see this, you guys tell me, is this a cut ready file? It looks perfect, right? Everything looks great with this file, but is this file cut ready? Because remember, we're looking at that enhance frame, which can throw us off a lot, right? Whenever we look at the enhance frame, we're seeing it not as the way that the vinyl cutter is seeing it. The only thing the vinyl cutter is looking at is when I go into wireframe. This is what the vinyl cutter sees. Remember, the vinyl cutter is colorblind. It doesn't know what color is what until you do color separations and everything. So, here we go. I got Wildcats. I'm going to go back to my enhance frame, but everybody sees where our issue was, right? Right over here with the tail. But the font is what allows you to just type it and it's done. And if you guys haven't seen yet, I did a video yesterday on doing this font in Silhouette Designer Edition. So for Silhouette Studio and Designer Edition. So you'll be able to watch that to see how to do the fonts like this in any software. So back to our enhanced frame here. Now what I could do, now I want to show you the different ways that these materials and the patterns can look so you can see. Let's just say I wanted to put this pattern on a shirt. Okay? So I'm going to weld it together, and that fixed my issue there. And then I'm going to come over to my patterns. I'm going to click on that pattern, which doesn't look bad. Highlight it. It's 10 inches. I'm going to go to my mockups, click on my shirt, and there it is on my shirt. Now, that doesn't look horrible, right? But it also doesn't look great. I think, and this is just me, you guys let me know. With me, I think that anytime you're using the different patterns, you kind of need a flat look to accent it. So, and that's what we're going to do here today in the shirt that we're going to make. So either it's outlining it, it's doing something with that pattern so it's not so busy. So it's easier to read the wording and everything else. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it like this right here? I mean, it doesn't look bad, right? I'm sure some of us have made some designs like this, even with the slash, but I don't really think it pops. I don't really think it stands out a lot, and that's what I really want to work on. So let's just Control Z to go back. And now what I want to do is I'm going to go back to this font. I'm going to do a couple different things with it. So I have my font here, or my actual design. I'm just going to turn it to a black. Doesn't matter right now. Now, remember, I welded it, so I don't want it welded right now. I want it to still be a typable font. Does anybody know how you know if a font is typable? How do you know if a font is typable? The easiest way in the wizard to know if it's still a true type font is if you come over here to hit Find Text and you see it over here. Because watch, if I weld this together and then I hit Find Text, it's completely gone. Right? So, soon as you weld it together, it's not a typable text anymore. I can't edit it anymore. Alright? So, hopefully some of that's new to some of you for an easier way to find it out. So, I'll come over here to Find Text and I can see it's good. So, if I wanted it to be cougars, I could come over here and type Cougers, and there's Cougars. We're going to stick with Wildcats for this design. So type Wildcats. That's what, see how what's so cool about that font? See how it just stays with the tail as it moves along? It's pretty sweet, isn't it? So I got Wildcats here. Now what I want to do is what's up, Cammy? How are you? I want to create this 3-color live text. And this is what we did it the other night, and it looks pretty sweet, right? You guys remember seeing that? So I'm going to come to my text effects. All right? Text effects. And now that I have my text effects, I'm going to do a 3-color live text and come over here, apply it, and look how cool that looks. That looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? So that is still a 3-color live text, okay? That's still a 3-color live text. So what's cool about this is I could still edit this if I want, but I don't want to edit it, okay? We got John, do we really have 127 people here and 68 likes? Do we need to go into shutdown mode? We're protesting right now. I'm helping John, the like police out. John, get them on it. Let's go. Everybody click that like button or else we're halting the training for today. I'm out of here. Did that work at all, John? I can't see the likes. Alright, hopefully that hopped it up some. I'm trying to help you out here, John. So, here's what I need to do now. Remember, this right here is still a lot going on, okay? This is nowhere close to being cut ready. I got to do all type of break aparts and trims and back minus fronts and shift, click, click here, do this, do there. I got a lot going on with this, right? Or I can highlight it all, come over on the bottom right hand side here to merge 3-color live text, and now this is a perfectly cut ready file. That's pretty sweet, right? Now that I have this, what do I need to do? Okay, I want to get some live text within the tail here, and this is where I think is the coolest part, okay? Now, I'm going to try and work and figure out a way in the wizard to get a button created for you guys to simplify it, but it's still pretty easy as it is. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to click on the black part of my design right here. I'm going to come over to my place and fill. I'm going to go one island, and I'm going to go to the inside. And I'm going to do a 0.15 contour spacing to the inside. Let's go a little bit more, actually. Let's go a 0.19. Let's see what that does. So when I hit island fill, it's going to create an island to the inside there. You guys see what it did? Now, I'm just using this as kind of a template, I guess you could call it. Okay? Now, I'm going to draw a square. And this square is going to go from there to there and there. And then you guys know what's the next button I'm going to click on. So I created my area right there. That was the whole point of what I just did. I was trying to create my area right there to be able to put in my live text. So, next button I click is, you got it, Smart Fill. So I'm going to come over here to the Smart Fill tool, click on my Smart Fill, and it filled that area. Great job. Now, we're done with this, and we're done with this. We don't need those anymore. So now what remember the 3 eyes? Man, that feels like it was so long ago, doesn't it? We don't do the 3-eye crap anymore. So let's go baseball. And I'm just going to turn it yellow for now. Now remember, we want this to be a live text. So under our text effects, I'm going to go to a single color and hit apply. That converted baseball into a live text. It did all the 3 eyes and all that stuff we used to do. Click on my actual box or my area of where I want that text to go. Shift click on baseball. And then right over here, my magic templates, I'm just going to drop it in there. And there we go. And I kept it yellow just so you can see, but that's going to be the shirt showing through. But I want to do something a little bit different. I want to show you what it looks like first, okay? So let's just act like this is white, or the shirt showing through, okay? Now, remember, I can come over here now and I could have it say basketball, and look at that. It just types in there perfect. Isn't that sweet? So now that I created that Wildcats kind of template or design, I can change it to anything I want. And it doesn't have to be sports. That's the cool thing. If they're the Wildcats and it's class of 2019, there's a shirt for the Wildcats class of 2019. And tell me that is not cool looking, right? Now, let's say we're making something, right? Let's say we're making something for this. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the red, change that to a black. I'm going to take the inside area, and we're going to do this in our pattern. Now, if this were a white shirt, what do you think? Do you think it looks good? Does that class of 2019 pop enough for you? Let me know, because I'm going to show you another option that we have, and I want you guys to pick which one you think's better. So I could take this class of 2019, okay? I can make it black. That looks like crap, right? I can't even see any of that. I mean, honestly, the C and the L are covered up pretty much to where it almost looks like it starts with the letter A. And that probably wouldn't look pretty good on a shirt if it said ass of 2019, right? So let's go ahead and fix that. I'm going to come over here. I got my class of 2019. I'm going to do a little magic boundary, okay? So when I do my magic boundary, what? How freaking sweet is that? One button, and it's a cut ready file. So which one do you like better? You guys let me know. Which one pops more? The top one or the bottom one? What do you think? It's a no-brainer, right? I mean, honestly, it's not even... I don't even think it's close, personally. I guess the question is, does anybody like the top one better? I'm 100%. I'm 100% bottom one. Every single one of you are saying the same thing. I agree. Looks so much freaking better, doesn't it? Okay, so now what I want to do, does everybody kind of get an idea? And I want to get your opinion. If you have the wizard, if you have bottom, but how would you align them? What do you mean, how would you align them, Rick? We're going to do it right now. I'm going to make a shirt of this exact design. It actually says Wildcats Baseball on it. Because here's the thing. Let me go back a few steps. Okay. Find text. Class of 2019. I'm going to change it to baseball. Because I want to show you the exact design we're going to make here. Okay. Now, take my baseball. And I'm going to do my magic boundary. And I got to change that to the black just so it pops. Right. There's my Wildcats baseball design. Now, this design, it looks good, right? But what could we do to this design that isn't really going to require a whole lot more vinyl, but it's going to add at least $5 to $7 to the value of this shirt? And it's not rhinestones. What do you think? We want to... What's gonna make it sell more? What's going to make it more personable for the mom or the dad? You got it. Custom, right? So if I wanted to throw a custom number on here, here's what I would do. You guys let me know what you'd do. I'm going to type number 23 right here. I'm going to use one of our new fonts, the Sport Block font. This is honestly one of my probably one of my favorite fonts now as far as using for the sports stuff. If I want to add a little bit more spacing between it, no problem. I can just add a little bit of spacing between the 23 here. So I got my 23. Let me get it to a good size. I'm going to drop it right in here. And see how I'm dropping it in that area? It's only adding maybe an inch of vinyl, right? Not a bunch of vinyl at all. Now, I'm going to take this. I'm going to come over to my text effects. I'm going to do my 3-color live text again. I'm going to hit apply, and it's going to give me my 3-color look. Highlight it. Let's go ahead and merge my 3-color live text, bottom right here. And this time I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to do the outline in the print and the inside in the black, just so it kind of gives a different look. And then this would be my finished design right here. So let's see what this design looks like on a shirt. We're going to go probably about 10.8 inches or so. Now here's the thing. This is one thing I always want you guys to pay attention to. This design is saying it's 10.8 inches up top here. Do you really think, because 10.8 inches, you guys normally hear me say like 9.8 inches, okay? But here's the deal. When it has all these sharp points going way off to the side, it's not really 10.8 inches. So what's going to happen is if you shrink it down to that 9.8 inches, the main part of the design is really only going to be about 9 inches. And it's going to make the design look a little bit small on the shirt. I always like the design to be nice, big, and bold. So let's see what this one would actually look like on the shirt. I'm going to come over to my mockups. I got my women's burnout shirt. Click on that. And I think that looks pretty sweet. Now, if this were the full design, I wouldn't want it going all the way out to the side here, but because it's just the accents of kind of the rip or the slash, I think it looks great. What do you guys think? Is that not a pretty sweet looking design? So we got that, but here's one thing that gets a little bit difficult when it comes to these type of materials, and I'm going to get into it in the production side here in a second, is knowing what materials you're working with, okay? And I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about when it comes to some of the pattern vinyls. It makes a difference on what you do first, what you do second, and so on. Can you move the baseball over and put 23 in the tail? Yeah, I could have put baseball 23. I honestly like it better like this because it makes the 23 pop a whole lot more, almost like it would be on a player's uniform or something. So we got that there. Now I'm going to come over to my original design. I'm going to click select same color. So it selected all of my black. And I'm just going to weld that together and highlight it all. Let's go to templates. I'm going to do a vinyl overcut. And there's my 2 cuts. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Now remember, before, has everybody, I'm sure you have now, looked, not there, there, right there. Is everybody looking at that right there? So the most we've ever done, and this is a live only, we're not sending out emails and it's while supplies last. We are doing 25% off these 4 colors. The tiger, the green zebra, which is really green tiger, it's the same pattern. Green tiger, the pink tiger, and then the regular zebra. Okay? So you'll use that code right there, live pattern 25, and it will only go through tomorrow. We're not going to send out an email or anything. Okay? Here's the thing. I'm going to start doing this more and more, guys, because I feel like it's the right thing to do, and I'm allowed to do it. So those of you who come to these live trainings to take time out of your day to better your business, guess what? Sorry about it. You get a better deal. So this isn't going to be a sale that we go send out to the entire TRW crew, because if it did, we would be sold out of all of it in 5 minutes. It's just for you guys who are here on the live today. And then, well, I'm not going to go push it everywhere. It's for you guys. All right? So yeah, I hooked you up. You're welcome. Everybody have an idea, okay? Does everybody have an... And I'll show you. Yeah. I see a couple of you asking. Let me just show you real quick. As far as I see you guys asking, where would you get it on the website? Give me 1 second. So, when you're on the website, what you're going to do... Let me just pull the screen in here for you real quick. If you're on the main page of the website, if you just go to shop and then vinyl foil, and it's the top 4. We featured those 4 products for right now. And anybody else that sees those featured that isn't on the live, they aren't going to know the coupon code, so they'll go buy it for full price. But use that code, and these 4 vinyls are 25% off right now. Okay, wow. Now, like I said, it's while supplies last. So if somebody goes on and buys a crap ton of it right now and it's sold out, we have a good amount of it. But if it's sold out, then it's sold out. Okay? All right, let me pop this back over here. Now, quick question for you guys. Does everybody here at least feel like you have an idea of how I made this design here? Like, if you were to have the Wizard 5.0 and CorelDRAW, do you feel like you could go back, watch this video later today, and create this design? I just want to make sure before we go off into the production side of it. Give me some feedback here. And I know you won't be able to right this second, but what I'm saying is if you rewatch this video and follow along with me. I see most of you are saying yes, which is awesome. After you rewatch the video. Okay. And that's the cool thing. The video is going to be there. All right. Now, here's the thing. The video, I'll make another video on creating this design, but the video isn't going to be there forever because that coupon code isn't going to be there forever. So this live probably won't stay up on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, somebody who watches it a week from now is going to think they're going to get 25% off this material. All right. Do you have? You don't have to buy the Wizard and Corel. How I created this design so easily, that's what allowed me to do it, though. Yes. Okay, I want to create one more design. Okay, I want to create one more design before we go press this shirt and show you how that's done. Okay. So I'm going to open up a new page here. And I'm just going to come over here. I'm going to type the letter K. And then with the letter K, I'm going to use, imagine that, my sports block font. Sports block font, 7 inches by 7 inches. I'm going to come over. Now, remember, when we make the design a lot bigger, remember with this text effects, you can change all of your inline and your outline and all this stuff. So maybe I want that to be 0.17 and maybe I want that to be 0.4. So if I hit apply then, see how much wider it made all of that area? So let's just say I'm going to do something like this. And I have just a large K here. And we're doing a shirt for Kayla, for a little birthday shirt. All right? So Kayla, we're going to make it, Kayla just turned 1 year. So we're going to do it on a little onesie. So I have my big K there, but what I want to do now, because I'm going to shrink this down so much, a lot of people are asking, how do you clear your envelopes? Well, if you just come over here and right click, it clears the envelope all up. And don't worry about as far as it changing, all of that's easy to do, okay? So I'm going to come over here now, and I'm going to go 0.09 and 0.25. Let's see what that looks like. And all depending on what I want size-wise, I can drag this out. I can move this down. And I'm going to say that looks pretty good. I'm going to be good with that. So highlight it all, merge 3-color live text, and now I have my cut ready file, okay? But I want this to be in a black, and I want this here to be in a, we could do the zebra here, we could do this zebra here, or, now, see how the pattern is a little bit too much? Everybody follow where my mouse is right now? Top right, okay? I want to make the pattern a little bit larger. So click on this right here, and now it's more realistic as far as the way that that pattern actually looks. Remember, who remembers when you used to have to come over here to this interactive fill tool, and then you had to get the box and drag the box and make all those changes? It was kind of a pain in the butt, right? Don't have to do that anymore. We added this into the 5.0. So I got my Kayla here, so I got my K for Kayla. I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to type out Kayla. And maybe with my Kayla, I'm going to use a Impact or my Pacifico font. Bring my Kayla in, and some of you guys have seen me do the basketball design and stuff with this type stuff. I can just grab Kayla here. I always like to add a little bit of an envelope to it. So I'm just going to go single art, add new, and let's just art Kayla up a little bit. And now this is nowhere close to a cut ready file, right? I got a lot going on with this design. But what I can do with this is I can take my Kayla, look at this mess right here, right? So I'm going to do it from this view. I'm going to weld it together, and then I'm going to come down here and do my magic boundary. Let's say I do a 0.06 magic boundary. And look at that. It's a perfectly cut ready file now. So when I go back to my enhanced frame, there's my shirt for Kayla's birthday with the pattern. Highlight it there. I want to make it a little bit smaller now. Let's make it smaller for like a onesie, maybe 6 inches by 6.6 inches, somewhere in that range. Let's see what that looks like. Mockups, infant, onesie front. Click on my onesie here, processes through, and probably a little bit too big. So let's come back. Now, here's the thing. I don't recommend you changing the size here. If you change the size of the design here, then you're going to cut the wrong size. So go back to your original design to make sure you're changing your cut file. And then click on the onesie again, and then that looks pretty sweet. And I could change this onesie to whatever color I want, obviously. What do you guys think? You think that's going to take you a minute? Nah. Let's even say 5 minutes. 5 minutes to make a completely custom design like that. And then it still has that pattern print. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? Okay. Any questions on the designs? And just to let you know, by the way, I've done it, and it looks pretty cool, okay? I have done where I've watched this. Let me give you an example. I'm going to take these two here. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do a Caesar glitter. And I'm going to do this in a black glitter. I'm going to highlight this. Who can tell me what I'm doing? Let me know when you know. I'm going to move this to 3 inches by 3.3 inches. I'm going to come over to my mockups. I'm going to do cups and mugs. I'm going to do a Arctic mug. I'm going to click here and bling anything material. There you go. You can use bling anything material with the patterns as well. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Can we add your own patterns into the wizard? Not yet, but we are trying to figure out a way to be able to do that. So it is something that we are working on. Okay, you guys ready to go press this shirt? I'm ready if you're ready. Let's do this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to switch over to, and I'm going to put the shirt that we're making on this screen just so you guys can see it. So this is the shirt we're making here, okay? So let's go ahead and swap over here. I'm going to bring the mic with me this time so you guys can hopefully hear better. Alright. You guys hear me better this time? Actually, let me flip this around so I can see as well. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right. Questions before we get going here? Should have put it on a sippy cup. Yes, I agree. I agree. I've created some patterns for schools and would love to put them into the wizard. Got it, Jerry. Yeah, that's our goal. We are working to get that done. So hopefully that'll be soon, Jerry. Soon. Okay. So got our press over here. We have our material. Now the material we're using, again, I cut our Tiger, okay? This is the Tiger Shimmica heat transfer vinyl, okay? And then this is the Black Galaxy glitter, all right? Because I wanted this shirt to really pop. So Black Galaxy glitter, and then the Shimmica pattern Tiger vinyl. So you guys let me know. What am I going to, tell me, what am I pressing first? Am I pressing the black glitter first, or am I pressing the pattern vinyl first? Which one? Let me know. Normally with all of our Caesar heat transfer vinyls, it doesn't make as big of a difference. I'm going to move this camera over just a little bit so you guys will be able to see me when I'm pressing too. So, normally with the Caesar heat transfer vinyls, okay, we don't have to worry about it because you can do a warm or hot peel on both of those. However, when it comes to the patterns, and this is what I was saying, this is where it gets difficult. When it comes to the patterns are a cold peel, okay? So, because the pattern's a cold peel, you need to press it for the full recommended time and temperature. So what that means is if I press the pattern for the full recommended time and temperature, what's going to happen? Everything's going to shrink a little bit, right? So, anytime you can, you always press whatever could be a warm peel first, and then you finish it off with the pattern vinyl or the cold peel, okay? All right, so let me move this over just a bit here so you guys will be able to see me as we're doing this. Okay, so first thing we need to do, we need to get our shirt lined up. So I have one of our J America V-neck shirts here. So with our shirt, I'm just going to, see we've got one of our little lights here, just to give us some light on our 16 by 20 auto clam. But on our shirt here, what we want to make sure of is it's aligned at least pretty straight, right? So I'm going to drop this in here, get this lined up, and I'm going to say that looks pretty good there. Now, give a quick little pre-press here. Get all my moisture and hopefully all of my wrinkles out of the shirt. Now, I'm telling you guys right now, if you were to press that pattern vinyl first, and don't do it, because don't find out the hard way. If you press the pattern vinyl first and everything shrinks a little bit, it is going to be impossible to get everything lined up. Like zero chance. I mean, other than you cutting out all the different letters and getting it right. Okay? So, come in here. We have our Black Galaxy is going to be first. So, with the V-neck shirt, I'm just going to drop this up into that area. With the V-neck, it's pretty easy. I know this is the outside part of my design here, so I know I'm good to go with that. A little bit off the left edge, a little bit off the right edge. I'm looking at my 23. My 23 looks pretty straight. I'm good to go. Okay? So how long is this initial press? 5 seconds? 10 seconds? 2 to 3 seconds? Right? The initial press is basically as little as you can go. That's the goal. Just a quick tack press. So, Wildcats baseball, checking all my inside cavities, weeding, everything looks pretty good there. So, come down with 1 1,000, 2 1,000, up. Let's see if that was long enough. Looks good there. Alright, looks good in all those areas. So, this bad boy we're done with. Now we're going to come back with our second part of the design. I personally like to always pull my shirt down a little bit. I already got everything lined up. I already got what I need. Now I can see my design a little bit more. And honestly, looking at this, that actually looks pretty cool on the design, even not doing anything else. Right? But now I'm going to come in here and work to get this part lined up. So, anytime we're pressing something like this, you're always going to move it just a tiny bit, just depending on what areas you got. And if it was a stretchy shirt, it could move a little bit and stuff. So, I'm looking pretty good there, looking good on that edge. I'm just checking all my edges here. Looks good there, looks good there. The word baseball looks good. I'm going to say we're good to go. So, let's go ahead and press this. And this, we're going to go, the pattern vinyl, okay, is around 300 degrees. I'm at 305 right now. And it's going to be about 15 seconds. Alright, so, letting this go. And I didn't have it locked down there, so I'm just going about 15. And feeling like that's pretty good there. So, the biggest thing I need to do now is just let this cool, because again, it's a cold peel. I promise you, if I would have tried to pull that off right away, it would have come up. Okay? Which heat press is this? This is actually the look at that, I need to tighten that. This is as old school as it gets right here. This was the Hottronics, I think it was called the Phoenix back then. There we go. I think it was called the Phoenix. This press is probably about 9 years old. That's what's so awesome about the Hottronics heat presses is it's lasted this long. This is basically the old school of the autoclam, the Hottronics 16x20. Okay? It does pop by itself, yeah. So once the setting's up here, it pops up. Okay, so, see, there's our auto. Come back here. It's feeling pretty cool. Let's make sure we're good. So I'm going to pull from that edge. Oh, that's looking nice. Pull from here. And with all the patterns, I just kind of like to roll it. And then what I'll also do normally is anytime, and I don't know that you have to do this, anytime I have a cold peel, I always come back and press it again. I don't have a cover sheet around right now, so what would I do? I would come right back with just my carrier sheet of the glitter or one of the others, and I'm just going to come down for about a 5-second press. Why? Everybody's going to ask, why do you do that? I don't know. I've always done it with the different pattern vinyls, and one thing I like about it is it just gives it a really nice, clean, flat look. So, let me show you. Oh, what's the best way to do this? Here we go. What do you guys think? And then, obviously, all of this is the Black Galaxy glitter. Black Galaxy glitter on the 23 there, surrounded by the tiger print there. It looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? I'll show you in this one here too. So that's where I think, as long as you know what you're doing, okay? And that's the biggest thing. As long as you have an idea what you're doing with the pattern vinyls and the way to really make it jump and make it look really good when it comes to the designing side of it, I think it could be really, really, really popular for you. You can see how much that color was jumping right there and how much it made it pop, but it really gives that great look. Yeah, this shirt will be, I'll have this shirt at the trade show. That's the cool thing, is every time I'm making these shirts, it'll be a shirt that comes to the trade show. Okay, I'm going to pop back over to the software here so I can answer some more questions for you guys. Okay, give me a second. Let me grab the shirt just in case you have more questions on the shirt. Alright. Shoot me some questions. What else do you guys got for me? 3-day class, yes. The in-house training, our first one is actually about 3 weeks away. Okay? About 3 weeks away. We actually have 5 of them this year. Okay? We normally have 3 or 4. We actually have 5 this year because we get a lot of requests for the 3-day in-house training here in Florida. But those are going to be awesome. We're looking to hopefully have a second version of it as well. Hopefully we'll have at least one of those by the end of the year as well, because we get a lot of the past attendees that want, oh yeah, let me grab the mic. Good call. So we get a lot of the past attendees that want to come back to the trainings. So that's our goal, is to get kind of almost more advanced, or not even necessarily have to be advanced, but something that is like part 2 of in-house training. Yeah, I'll show you guys again. I see a few of you asking again where to get, so where to get the actual, the deal. So if you go to therhinestoneworld.com, and on here, so the font that I used was the slashing font, okay? And I'm sure most of you here probably already have this font here. And this is the design that we did right there, but we made it look a lot nicer, right? So the slashing font, the coupon code, everybody knows the coupon code. I'm assuming everybody knows the coupon code, but if you don't know the coupon code, all right, if you don't, the coupon code is, let me get it for you here. I'm going to throw it right in the middle of the screen here. Boom. There you go. So coupon code, TRW release 65. What that works on, that actually works on the font. Okay? So that's how you're going to get the font at the 65% off. Now, the code for the material is this code right here. So, live pattern 25. Live pattern 25. Okay? And to find the actual material, let me show you where it is, because we put it in a specific place on the site for you guys. You're going to go to Shop Vinyl Foil, and you'll see it right at the top there. So if I were, let's say the material that we just used, I'm going to click on this tiger print, and I want to get 15 feet of this tiger print, right? Watch this. Add to cart. Let's come over to my cart here. Oh, let's do 15 feet. 15 feet is going to be $54.75 until I enter live pattern 25, and it just saved me $13.69. So instead of $54.75, which people were ordering yesterday, it's now $41.06 for 15 feet. It's a pretty insane price. All right, what else we got? We got about 7 minutes. My goal was to finish by 2:30, an hour long. That was pretty sweet, right? We created 2 different designs. We made the shirt. Pretty sweet. We actually have a lot of trace. When you just said that, we have a lot of people that use the green and black for St. Patty's Day. And yes, if any of it sells out, that is it. So we aren't doing like rain checks for later, because this is for the live only. Jim, what do you mean, are they still reviewing the shopping cost? Shipping cost, I'm guessing you're saying? And what do you mean by that, Jim? When you enlarge the pattern print in the wizard, how does it affect the actual? Now, the effect, Jeff, that's your goal, is to get the same look. So what I mean by that is when you see the print's going to be the same no matter what, okay? The print's going to be the same no matter what. However, let me switch to the bigger camera here for you. So that print is going to look like that. That's the way it's printed. So what your goal in the software is when you make the design, okay? When you make the design, and I'll show you in this as well. So let me show you. When I go back to CorelDRAW here, and I have this design, okay? If for some reason the design looked like, and I'll make it real small, looked like, that actually doesn't look that bad. Let's make it real big. Looked like that right there, okay? We can see in this pattern, it doesn't really look like that. So we want to try to match the way that the pattern looks as much as possible. Jim, if it isn't what they estimated, then it gives you the real price once you check out. So Jim, it would never overcharge you for shipping. It'll give you the estimate price, but then when you go to check out, it always makes sure that it's the right price. So when I could come back here and I go to medium, and then I would say, okay, that's about the way this pattern looks right here. Yes, for the code for the font, you're going to have to do 2 separate orders though, okay? You'll do one order for the font if you don't have the font yet with the TRW release 65. Obviously, there's no shipping involved in the download file. And then as far as for the actual vinyls, and yeah, I'll show them. Let me grab the other colors of vinyl so I can show you guys. Hold on. Alright, so these are the 4 colors for today. So we have this one here. Alright, so this one here is the zebra. Alright, that's just the straight zebra. Then we have, they call this the green zebra or tiger, whatever you want to call it, I guess. Okay, then we have the pink zebra, and then we have the exact same print but orange, and they call it tiger. Don't ask me. The tiger. Do glitter first at recommended, then stones for recommended. If doing several shirts, you can split the difference 3. Yes, thanks, Blur. All right. Any other questions before we finish up here, guys? Got 2 minutes. I'm going to be on time tonight. And then any of you at a trade show, you will see this exact shirt at a trade show sometime in the near future. Watching and likes are matching, are they, John? 116, 116. Doing your job today, John. I like it. All right, crew. You guys know I will be on the Matt Vassallo channel later today as well. So if you have some more questions, come hang out on the Matt Vassallo channel. Make sure to go to that channel, click the like, click the subscribe, and of course, click that little bell. Here on the Rhinestone World YouTube channel, if you're ever late to these things because you don't know that they're going on, make sure to click the little bell next to subscribe, and it'll give you a little alert every single time we go live. All right? Matt, in-house part 2 when? Soon. But not too soon. Maybe later. We'll call it later. I'm not even going to call it soon yet. Because if I say soon, then you'll ask every time. So I'm going to say later. Eventually it'll be soon. And then once it's soon, it could be anywhere from 2 days to 2 years. Right? Sweet. All right, crew. I will see you guys on the Matt Vassallo channel later today. 4 pattern vinyls, 25% off through tomorrow. After that, they'll go back to regular price. Just to let you know, we've never come close to doing that, but it's only for you lives. All right? You guys all have an amazing weekend. Happy Friday, and I will see you guys later today. I was going to say next week, but you guys know that's not going to happen. I'll see all of you, I'm sure, later today on the Matt Vassallo channel. All right, crew. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Later.